This is S44 to Staten Island Mall, Yukon Avenue. This stop is St. George Ferry and Ramp D S44 and S94. Next stop, Richmond Terrace and St. George Ferry. Transfer available to S40. This stop is Richmond Terrace and St. George Ferry. Next stop, Richmond Terrace and Wall Street. This stop is Richmond Terrace and Wall Street. Next stop, Richmond Terrace and Stuyvesant Place. This stop is Richmond Terrace and Stuyvesant Place. Next stop, Richmond Terrace and Nicholas Street. This stop is Richmond Terrace and Nicholas Street. Next stop, Richmond Terrace and St. Peter's Place. This stop is Richmond Terrace and St. Peter's Place. Next stop, Richmond Terrace and Westervelt Avenue. This stop is Richmond Terrace and Westervelt Avenue. Next stop, Richmond Terrace and Jersey Street. Transfers available to S40 and S90 Limited. This stop is Richmond Terrace and Jersey Street. Next stop, Richmond Terrace and Franklin Avenue. This stop is Richmond Terrace and Franklin Avenue. Next stop, Lafayette Avenue and Richmond Terrace. Transfers available to S40 and S90 Limited. This stop is Lafayette Avenue and Richmond Terrace. Next stop, Lafayette Avenue and Fillmore Street. This stop is Lafayette Avenue and Fillmore Street. Next stop, Lafayette Avenue and Cassidy Place. This stop is Lafayette Avenue and Cassidy Place. Next stop, Lafayette Avenue and Henderson Avenue. Transfer available to S94 Limited. This stop is Lafayette Avenue and Henderson Avenue. Next stop, Henderson Avenue and Clinton Avenue. This stop is Henderson Avenue and Clinton Avenue. Next stop, Henderson Avenue and Evan Place. This stop is Henderson Avenue and Evan Place. Next stop, Henderson Avenue and Westbury Avenue. This stop is Henderson Avenue and Westbury Avenue. Next stop, Henderson Avenue and Bard Avenue. Transfer available to S94 Limited. This stop is Henderson Avenue and Bard Avenue. Next stop, Henderson Avenue and Pelton Avenue. This stop is Henderson Avenue and Pelton Avenue. Next stop, Henderson Avenue and Beamont Avenue. This stop is Henderson Avenue and Beamont Avenue. Next stop, Beamont Avenue and Castleton Avenue. Transfer available to S46. This stop is Beamont Avenue and Castleton Avenue. Next stop, Beamont Avenue and Cary Avenue. This stop is Beamont Avenue and Cary Avenue. Next stop, Cary Avenue and North Burger Avenue. This stop is Cary Avenue and North Burger Avenue. Next stop, Cary Avenue and Broadway. Transfers available to S53 and S94 Limited. This stop is Cary Avenue and Broadway. Next stop, Cary Avenue and Caroline Street. This stop is Cary Avenue and Caroline Street. Next stop, Cary Avenue and Elizabeth Street. This stop is Cary Avenue and Elizabeth Street. Next stop, Cary Avenue and Taylor Street. This stop is Cary Avenue and Taylor Street. Next stop, Cary Avenue and Clove Road. Transfers available to S54 and S94 Limited. This stop is Cary Avenue and Clove Road. Next stop, Post Avenue and Dripprick Street. This stop is Post Avenue and Dripprick Street. Next stop, Post Avenue and Jewett Avenue. Transfers available to S66 and S94 Limited. This stop is Post Avenue and Jewett Avenue. Next stop, Post Avenue and Decker Avenue. This stop is Post Avenue and Decker Avenue. Next stop, Post Avenue and Port Richmond Avenue. Transfers available to S57, S59, S94 Limited, SIM3, SIM3C and SIM35. This stop is Post Avenue and Port Richmond Avenue. Next stop, Port Richmond Avenue and Clinton Place. This stop is Port Richmond Avenue and Clinton Place. Next stop, Port Richmond Avenue and Hooker Place. Transfers available to S59, S94 Limited, SIM3, SIM3C and SIM35. This stop is Port Richmond Avenue and Hooker Place. Next stop, Walker Street and Trantor Place. This stop is Walker Street and Trantor Place. Next stop, Morningstar Road and Walker Street. Transfers available to S46, S89 Limited, S94 Limited and S96 Limited. This stop is Morningstar Road and Walker Street. Next stop, Morningstar Road and David Place. This stop is Morningstar Road and David Place. Next stop, Morningstar Road and Dixon Avenue. This stop is Morningstar Road and Dixon Avenue. Next stop, Richmond Avenue and Muncie Place. Transfers available to S48, S59, S89 Limited, S94 Limited, S98 Limited, SIM3, SIM3C, SIM33, SIM33C and SIM34. This stop is Richmond Avenue and Muncie Place. Next stop, Richmond Avenue and Vetter Avenue. This stop is Richmond Avenue and Vetter Avenue. Next stop, Richmond Avenue and Baron Hirsch Sam. This stop is Richmond Avenue and Baron Hirsch Sam. Next stop, Richmond Avenue and Jules Drive. Transfers available to S59, S94 Limited, SIM3, SIM3C and SIM34. This stop is Richmond Avenue and Jules Drive. Next stop, Richmond Avenue and Goethals Road North. This stop is Richmond Avenue and Goethals Road North. Next stop, Richmond Avenue and Lamberts Lane. Transfers available to S59, S94 Limited, SIM4, SIM4C and SIM4X. This stop is Richmond Avenue and Lamberts Lane. Next stop, Richmond Avenue and Lander Avenue. Transfers available to S59, S94 Limited, SIM4, SIM4C, SIM8, SIM33 and SIM33C. This stop is Richmond Avenue and Lander Avenue. Next stop, Richmond Avenue and Merrill Avenue. This stop is Richmond Avenue and Merrill Avenue. Next stop, Richmond Avenue and Victory Boulevard. Transfers available to S59, S62, S89 Limited, S92 Limited, S94 Limited, SIM4, SIM4C, SIM8 and SIM32. This stop is Richmond Avenue and Victory Boulevard. Next stop, Richmond Avenue and Forest Street. This stop is Richmond Avenue and Forest Street. Next stop, Richmond Avenue and Carnegie Avenue. This stop is Richmond Avenue and Carnegie Avenue. Next stop, Richmond Avenue and Science Road. This stop is Richmond Avenue and Science Road. Next stop, Richmond Avenue and Amsterdam Place. This stop is Richmond Avenue and Amsterdam Place. Next stop, Richmond Avenue and Rivington Avenue. This stop is Richmond Avenue and Rivington Avenue. Next stop, Richmond Avenue and Rockland Avenue. This stop is Richmond Avenue and Rockland Avenue. Next stop, Richmond Avenue and Travis Avenue. This stop is Richmond Avenue and Travis Avenue. Next stop, Richmond Avenue and Nome Avenue. Transfers available to SIM4, SIM4C and SIM8. This stop is Richmond Avenue and Nome Avenue. Next stop, Richmond Avenue and Richmond Hill Road. Transfers available to S59, S89 Limited and S94 Limited. This stop is Richmond Avenue and Richmond Hill Road. Next stop, SI Mall at Ring Road and Macy's. Transfers available to S59, S79 SBS and S94 Limited. This stop is SI Mall at Ring Road and Macy's. Next stop, SI Mall at Ring Road and Platinum Avenue. Transfers available to S55, S56, S59, S61, S79 SBS, S91 Limited and S94 Limited. This stop is SI Mall at Ring Road and Platinum Avenue. Next stop, Yukon Avenue and Richmond Avenue. Transfers available to S55, S56, S59, S61, S79 SBS, S91 Limited, S94 Limited, SIM4, SIM4C, SIM8 and SIM31. This stop is Yukon Avenue and Richmond Avenue. Next stop, Yukon Avenue and Target Driveway. Transfers available to S59, S61, S91 Limited and S94 Limited. This stop is Yukon Avenue and Target Driveway. This is S44 to Staten Island Mall Yukon Avenue.